today.
See you all.
I asked you, man, on that drive after they cut the lead, to 7. I guess first of all, just what was it like in the huddle with Carson right before y'all began that drive? In that 3rd and 10 you converted, and just kind of take me through all that drive and just kind of the mindset, what it was like in the huddle, what it was like on the field.
Yeah, I mean, it was just one of those moments. Like, I've said it before. Carson's very poised, very confident, and just kind of gives you a little reminder, as we go out there, like we're getting points. That's our mindset every time we walk on the field is to go get points. And I think intent was a big thing that we talked about before the game, and that was just kind of, the point that he made was just like we got to be intentional, at all times, and just go get points.
Dylan, how would you assess how the offensive line played in that game on Saturday?
I think we protected for the most part. There was some plays. I know me myself. There was a couple times I was opening up and just kind of got a soft shoulder. But I thought we did a decent job for the most part. I don't ever want to like toot our own horn or say we did terrible. I try to stay at just a consistent mindset, and I can say like we're proud of just the way that we went there, and we wanted to be physical, and I thought we did be physical, but we always can get better and always can improve. So
Dylan, I just wonder, obviously those of us with their incredible environment that you're having to come in, kind of as the enemy per se, how satisfying was just what y'all were able to do? And then can you put in context, if you just knew on Friday night that Carson was going to have 3 interceptions and no touchdowns, what odds would you put on you guys being able to do what you did?
Yeah, it's fun. that's the whole point in just playing football is to go into those environments and to just battle. It feels like y'all against the world, and it's just fun to be a part of, and things don't always go our way. Things won't always go our quarterback's way, and that's why it's a team sport. It's our job to pick them up. It's our job to keep the ball rolling, and that's it's not always going to go perfect. It's not always going to go to plan, and so being able to adjust and find a spot to attack is the way to do it.
Dylan, just what have you seen from Tate as he's tried to rehab through this injury, and what has he continued to add even though he hasn't been on the field?
I said leadership, just being like a voice on the team. I know we were in Texas. There was, like I said, things don't always go your way, especially offensively. It takes all 11 guys to execute for a good play, and he's just a great leader. He's just a great voice to have. Even if he's not on the field necessarily, to just be in the background and just say like, no, okay, like this is what happened. Y'all are fine. Like y'all are fine. And he's a great leader. He's in a leadership role too on the team. Being an older guy, being an experienced vet. So I think he does a great job.
From the times you've gone up against Jalen Walker in practice, what makes him an effective pass rusher?
His ability to just do it all. I've seen him rush from a 3 tech. I've seen him rush from a 9. His bend ability is probably the number one thing that I've seen. He can bend better than anybody. He can get this low off the ground and stay there the entire rep all the way through. He works his hands really well. He's fast. He's switchy. He loads up. I don't know how much film y'all watch on him. I'm sure a lot, but he loads up on that lead foot really well, and he's very explosive. So he's a great pass rusher. That bendability is probably what I would say. It's the number one thing.
Dylan, you guys have had a lot of moving parts on the offensive line this year. How do you kind of evaluate the growth and cohesion of that unit with so many guys coming in and out?
Yeah, how would I evaluate it? That's part of being an O-lineman. You got to be able to. Even at the next level, guys are playing. You got to be able to play swing tackle or swing center, or being able to play different positions is just part of it. We do the same thing at receiver. We've got our Z's are playing X, or Y's are we're all over the place sometimes when it in just terms of depth. So having guys that's able to play different positions is the key.
Yeah, Jared, first game back at center after missing the last two. How would you assess how he played at Texas, especially in terms of communicating calls in a hostile environment like that?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't feel like, in terms of communication, like we didn't skip a beat. I mean, I got every call. Ernest got every call from what I was aware of. Yeah, he did a great job of just communicating and being first time back out in a couple of weeks. I mean, there really wasn't any hiccups from the communication standpoint that I saw or I experienced.
The things that y'all worked on last bye week, how would you say that y'all have done in implementing those, and what would you say are the type of things that y'all are working on, trying to improve on this bye week?
Yeah, I think we always try to improve on ourselves first. I think that's the number one thing that we look into when we get an opportunity like a bye week. We'll take a little piece from every team that we're going to see in the future and work on them, if that's just one period a day throughout the week. And we really try to focus on us and just getting better and improving. We all got cards that we have to improve on, just 2-3 little things that everybody can get better at. So just getting better internally.
That running back room has taken some hits in recent weeks. What did you see from that group on Saturday and what they provided to the offense?
Yeah, I mean, they played great. I mean, I'm super, super proud of just being able to get it in the end zone, even though sometimes it might take 2 or 3 times, and that's football. It's not always gonna go perfect the first time, and being able to just stay resilient and keep running it is great. And I love to see it. Like, as an O-lineman, it's fun to do, it's fun to see, it's fun to watch. So just to watch great backs do their thing is awesome.
How does Micah enjoy being that fullback in some of those plays there on the goal line?
I think he takes a lot of pride in it.
Yeah.
He does. I mean, I know he I don't know. I know he's joking. He calls himself the best fullback in America, but I know he's joking. But he does. He really does take a lot of pride in it, and it's fun. It's fun to do. It's fun to see Mikey get back there and pull with him.
So you asked Coach Bo to let me give you a chance of doing that yourself?
I'm number 2.
You're okay.
We're gonna keep Mikey back there for number 1.
Okay.
Kirby said that Chris Cole is one of the guys that's made the biggest jump on this team. Just what have you seen from him as a freshman linebacker?
Yeah, I was watching him today do some one-on-one reps. They were covering some of our running backs, and he's just a great athlete. I think he's super fast, and he tries really hard in practice. I mean, it's hard for me to watch a lot of the time, but from what I have seen from him, I mean, he works super hard. He's very disciplined. For being a young guy, he doesn't really seem like a young guy when he walks around the building and when he does things. He's more disciplined than the average freshman, is what I would say, and he does attack everything,
Saw Damon Wilson make some plays on Saturday. Just what have you seen from him throughout this year and the progress he's made in the second year here?
Yeah, I mean, he is a great athlete and a super good pass rusher, and I'm glad that he's finally getting some of his shine, and he deserves it, and it's great to see. I mean, I know last year, even I think this is his second year. Last year, even as a freshman, I mean, he's speed to power and people, and I mean, it's working, So that's as a freshman, and so I'm just excited for his future. It's only going to go up for him, and I'm super excited for him. It's just great to see him be very productive.
Dylan, another pass rush question. How big was it to have Micah Williams get his first 2 sacks this season on Saturday, and how much does he change this defense when he's fully healthy?
Yeah, it was awesome. I was just talking to him about it. It was great to see kind of like all the pieces kind of start to be put together, in the puzzle. And, when you've got guys like Damon, Jalen Walker, Michael, Ty, great pass rushers, one, it provides depth, and 2, you've got packages that are, they're hard to stop. I mean, I know for me, as a lineman, having to go from Damon to Michael to Jalen Walker, it can be frustrating, and so it's great to see. It's more fun than anything, because you get to watch it in practice, and then you see it in the game, and it's finally coming to fruition, and you're like, dang, that's awesome, So.
Time for one more question for Dylan. Yeah, post game after a win like that on the road, what is that locker room like in terms of an environment, in terms of enjoyment, in terms of the celebration?
There's nothing like it, you know. It is just fun. That's the only way to put it. It is just fun. Like, there's just nothing like it. You know, you don't enjoy it for too long. You give it like a 24-hour rule, you know, and then you move on. But yeah, it's just fun.
Dylan, thank you.
Thanks, Dylan.
Thank y'all.